This is the third and the last video on the topic of giving feedback. In the first video, I covered the SBI, or Situation Behavior Impact Model. In the second video, I talked about the application of that model to giving positive feedback. And I reiterated the fact that if we do that somewhat consistently, when it is time for negative feedback or constructive feedback, which we'll cover now, it tends to be heard with a little bit more openness. So let's jump into some examples using the SBI model. Mike, during my presentation yesterday at the staff meeting, you interrupted me multiple times. I found that I was unable to concentrate on my content, nor was I able to meet the goals of the presentation. Second example, Joanne, in the last 3 consecutive staff meetings, you have informed the group that you have not yet completed your assignments. As it turns out, as a result, the rest of the team has not been able to advance their actions because they're waiting on the completion of yours. Okay, so those are 2 examples. So I want you to notice how short they are and to the point. But what do you do afterwards? So excuse the bluntness of this, but what you should do immediately after sharing that feedback is shut up. Don't say a word. Because the truth is, you had a chance to express yourself and they probably need to process it. They need to consider it. They need to reflect on it. And sometimes they just react to it. But even if they do come back at you, stick to the core message because we tend to fill in silence with all kinds of things we probably shouldn't have said. The other thing you may have noticed is I didn't say, please stop interrupting me or please get your work done, because both of those things are pretty strongly suggested already. And for us to need to say that really kind of minimizes the impact of the SBI model. So there will be times when your feedback needs to be more formal than this everyday feedback model. And that's fine, but you will find that SBI has an important role within those larger feedback contexts. So I'm Mary Beth Debus from Program Savvy Consulting. If, as a leader or a member of a team, you think you could use more training or coaching on this topic, it turns out it's one of the things I get good feedback on.